the local guy, really funny, one of my absolute favorites. Please give it up right now for Micah Walsh, everybody!
Hey guys! Hey, keep it going for Timmy and Henry. Why not? Wow. You guys are gonna be fun. How are you guys doing tonight? You guys have a good week? This is too easy. Do you guys like rhetorical questions?
Yeah!
Good. Great. I had a good week. I had a weird week. A couple days ago I got very high, and then I remembered that I had to work that day in like 10 minutes. Obviously a huge bummer. I got super paranoid because my eyes would just beat red. Started thinking like, what can I do so that my coworkers don't suspect, right? And then I came up with a plan, which was this. As soon as I got to work, I just started chopping onions immediately. Perfect alibi, right? Anybody's like, hey man, why are your eyes so red? I'm chopping onions, why else? You know. I gotta admit, it did look a little suspicious though, you know, because I work at Foot Locker. My manager was just like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I was getting ready for the lunch rush. Where did you even get those onions? What, did you bring them from home? Don't worry about it, I'm not high. Let's go back to your office, Greg. As soon as I get that call back from DSW warehouse, I'm out of here. So I don't work at Foot Locker anymore. There's not going to be any segues in between any of these jokes. I'm sure you guys can keep up. So I was playing chess with Bob Seger recently. You may have heard of him. A true story, old Bob Seger. Playing chess with Bob Seger, halfway through the game, he was just like, man, ain't it funny how the knight moves? I was like, seriously, Bob? This is why you want to play chess? Seems like a long ways to go for a pun. But hell, I'm just surprised we're even hanging out. Actually happened. Good. I think interventions are just God's way of letting you know your friends don't know how to party anymore, man. It's the big dude upstairs weighing in. Telling you gotta get a new crew before you hit the club. It's a divine intervention. That's a terrible joke. But I'll stand up on it. You guys ever felt like you knew someone pretty well, and then one day they said "rut row" in front of you, and you're just like, oh yeah, let's never hang out again, huh? I'm not saying you gotta leave right now, but wow, touched another nerve here. Whatever. Good. You guys, I owe my roommate $50 for the internet, right? But here's the thing. For as long as I've lived with this guy, he's had a cat that isn't fixed. She's always like in heat. She's constantly moaning and agony. It's really hard to live with. So like, what I'm thinking is like, instead of giving him $50 for the internet, right? Next time he's at work, I'm just gonna move out. You know? Fuck Jim and Zena. Put that $50 on a new apartment. I feel like I lost you. What do you guys know, Jim or something? Or do you know Zena? What part did I lose you with? Thanks. A little vote of confidence there. You guys, I had a little mishap with my cell phone the other day. So my buddy told me to put it in a bowl of rice, right? Put it in a bowl of rice for like 9 hours. The fucking screen is still broken. Like, I'm starting to think that my buddy doesn't know what he's talking about. Also, I don't think I was supposed to cook the rice, huh? Dad jokes, huh? That's something for everyone tonight. It's fucking terrible. You shouldn't award that. Thanks. Hey, dating's weird. Have you guys ever even considered this? I recently found myself getting into one of those friends with benefits situations. Yeah, pretty exciting. My new buddy Steve, check this out. His job straight up gives like full health care and paid time off. Also, sometimes him and I have sex. But, we're just keeping it platonic for the time being. It's a friends with benefits joke, okay? Normally at this point, I would just crowd surf to the fire exits. But, you know, if you want to save that for my closer, I get it. I'm gonna level with you guys. I'm not actually fucking Steve. Steve doesn't even exist. I just made that up for the sake of the joke because I got a good imagination. I did actually though. I went on a real date, for real, recently. And by that I mean I met a woman from Tinder at a sports bar in Roseville. And we made out in the parking lot because we were both 14. I'm kidding. Only she was 14. That's not funny. What's the deal with consent laws? Am I Bill Cosby? No. Because he's a monster. You get it? Oh man. How do I follow that? You guys, when I was a kid. Oh wait, no, there's more to that story. That wasn't even it. She wasn't 14. I'm not a fucking total creep. She was like 26. That's not even the point of the story. The point is, like, we had what seemed like a good date. I thought we had struck it up. We made plans to hang. A couple days later, I text her, "Hey, how's it going?" She responded, "Pretty good. Funny story. I got back together with my ex today." I was like, that wasn't funny or a story. At the very least, you could have set that up more accurately. I think what she should have said was pretty good. A relevant anecdote. We will not be making out at Buffalo Wild Wings anytime soon. It's okay, man. I still have Tinder. I don't know if you guys know how it works, but you can keep swiping. Because I was in a restaurant recently, I overheard a person say, and I quote, "This edamame salad is vegan crack." And I was like, what? I'm pretty sure that crack is vegan. Right? There's no animal byproducts in crack. I mean, I don't know for certain. I've never made crack. I'm pretty sure you don't start out like, all right, we got the cocaine, got the baking soda. Now we should need like some beef bouillon, some heavy cream, and some other examples of things that aren't vegan. Crack's vegan. Let's put that one to bed. I myth busted it. It's definitely not gluten-free though. This I know for sure. A lot of flour in crack. So if you can't handle gluten, I would advise that you stay away from crack. Or just in general, pretty solid advice, alright? That would be the worst way to find out that you were gluten intolerant, huh? Oh man, that'd be rough. Cause like, you're already smoking crack, your life's probably not going that well. And then on top of that, you bought shitty crack. Got too much flour in it. And then on top of that, you know, you can't even digest bread anymore. I'm just saying, it'd be a rough day. I don't know why people say like a boss when they're doing things that they think are cool. Bosses aren't cool. And everybody already knows that. People are like, oh, I'm gonna party like a boss tonight. Like, oh really? You know, hang out with a bunch of people that pretend they respect you. Like a boss. Like, oh, I'm smoking weed like a boss. Like, what's that? Nervously? In your car? After the other managers go home for the night? Don't party like a boss. Party like the guy that just got fired. The guy that just got fired from Foot Locker. Boom, full circle. Continuity, motherfuckers. Thanks. I don't work at Foot Locker either. I made all that shit too. I do have a real job, believe it or not. Comedy's not paying all my bills just yet. So my landlord doesn't accept expired drink tickets as rent payment. Fucking Nesmia. That's her name. I got a little personal touch right there. No, so I work as a cook. I cook in a restaurant. I've been cooking for a long time. Here's something you might not know about kitchens, and hell, you might not even want to know about them. But like, you got ears. I've got amplification. You're gonna learn stuff. It's not that gnarly. So like, kitchens are very hot, right? By definition, super hot environment. Cooks sweat a lot, particularly their balls. And I'm not just saying that because I'm super edgy. But incidentally, I am super edgy. I'm saying that because it's like an actual issue. Like, cooks will sweat, their balls will chafe, rubs against their inner thigh. Makes for an uncomfortable work environment. Like, I don't know about female cooks, but as far as I'm concerned, women don't belong in the kitchen. Yeah, figure out how you feel about that one. The most fucking progressive stance I could have taken. Like, no, put us back in the kitchen. What do I can't believe you let us vote. So anyway, it's cook's balls sweat. It's the point of the angle that this story is taking. So what a lot of cooks will do is take a handful of cornstarch, go to the bathroom, apply it to their balls. And judge if you will, as I can tell by your silence, muted gasps. But it really works, and it's super convenient. It's already there. It's way more convenient than just carrying around a bottle of baby powder at all times. Because people tend to get weirded out when they find out that you have baby powder on your person. It's like, wait, is that a banana in your pocket? Or are you just happy to baby powder? I kind of wish it had just been an erection. That would have been somehow less awkward. So anyway, one fateful August last summer, it was a very hot day. I was in need of some fucking moisture relief. Went and grabbed some cornstarch, went to the bathroom, dusted up, washed my hands, because I know you guys are wondering. I mean, that's not why I wash my hands. That's fucking standard protocol. Washed my hands. Almost immediately, I felt like this, slow but steadily growing, pain. I was like, this has never happened before. I went back and I checked the box of what I had thought was cornstarch, but it was in fact baking soda. And I don't know if you guys have ever made one of those volcanoes for a science fair as a kid. Those things are super cool. It wasn't anything like that. It was mostly my balls kind of hurt. And after the pain finally subsided and I realized what had happened, of course I told everyone I work with, because am I gonna take that to the grave? No, you gotta fucking live tweet it. And one of my coworkers was visibly impressed. He was like, wow, man, takes a lot of courage to tell a story like that. I was like, a lot of courage, huh? I think a lack of shame would probably be more accurate. I'm not running into burning buildings to save kids. I just hurt my balls because I'm an idiot. I'm no hero. You guys, I got a lot of pet peeves. Here's one of them. I think people say the word ghetto too much. It's kind of like the word epic. People say it so much that it no longer means anything. People say shit like, oh man, I just picked up the iPhone 6. I already cracked the screen. Look at it. So ghetto. I don't think you understand what the word ghetto means. Because a crack in the screen of your iPhone is not ghetto. Like, if there was crack on the screen, it's arguable. Like, if you found some like crazy like digital scale app to weigh out your drugs with, I guess you can call it ghetto. But if not, stop using that word, it bothers me. Like, people just throw it around too. People are like, oh, my car, to open the trunk, you have to like turn the key and pop with your elbow. It's so ghetto. It's like, no, that is mildly inconvenient. You're like, oh, the essay by my house is so ghetto. And I'm like, no, he's not. And you should probably call him Hispanic. Any essays more of a term that they use amongst themselves. You're assuming a lot based on skin tone. Just once, I would like to hear someone use ghetto in a proper sentence. That would be so refreshing for me personally. If I was like, hey dude, how was your trip to Germany? Dude was like, you know what, it was pretty alright. It was kind of somber at points. We did go to the Holocaust Museum. That was pretty ghetto. I would be like, oh my god! I don't mean to sound happy about that. That's terrible. But like, thank you for using ghetto so properly in a sentence. I'm kind of a grammar Nazi. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you guys not like historical puns? I feel like I lost some of you with that one. I want to win you all back with this one. You guys think Smash Mouth still records albums? Or do they just wait for the next Shrek to come out, right? Boom! Roasted. I thought you were coming to a comedy show. It's actually a Smash Mouth roast. I'm gonna do Third Eye Blind next. I'm kidding. Oh man, you guys, this next one's kind of preachy, but it's my time. I'm gonna do it anyway. Could we all please stop making jokes about Sarah Jessica Parker's face at this point? Could we please? I mean, it's mean, it's cliche. At this point, it's pretty much just beating a dead horse. Because her face is unattractive. She's married to Matthew Broderick, huh? Right? I guess Ferris Bueller took his glasses off. Am I right? Jokes like that. This is a human being we're talking about. Come on, guys. Have a little empathy. You guys know what I love? Besides rhetorical questions? I love it when I withdraw my last $8 on a Tuesday, and the guy at the bank asks me if I have any big plans for the weekend. Do it. I'm not even sure how he keeps a straight face at this point. Like, one of these days he's gonna crack. Just waiting for him. Be like, all right, Mr. Walsh, and so how did you want your $8? You want small bills, probably? Oh, and by the way, do you have any big plans? Sorry, I'm required to ask you this. Do you have any big plans for the weekend? No? No plans? All right, here's your $8, sir. You guys ever accidentally diffused a tense situation? Not because you were thinking quickly, but because you were unaware that there was tension? I do that all the time. I'll give you an example. A couple years ago, my then girlfriend and myself, for her birthday, we went to like the VFW with her family. We sang karaoke, had a great time. I got a little buzzed, got sappy and sentimental. At the end of the night, I turned to her dad and I said, you know, you really made a beautiful woman, right? And he looked back at me and he goes, if you hurt her, I will kill you. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed, because I thought, like, surely he's kidding, right? Like, I'm trying to have a moment here. He's gonna kill me. I laughed, chuckled it up, I put my arm around him. I was like, Scott, I love it when you threaten me with violence. And he really didn't know what to make of it, as evidenced by his body language. He just like stiffened up and walked away. I didn't even think anything of it. Only the next day did I realize, like, oh, you know what, in hindsight, he was totally serious, you know? He was trying to tell me something, but I just neutralized his threat by confusing the shit out of him. And now that I know that you can do that, that's my out in any tense situation. Like next time someone tries to intimidate me, I'm just gonna confuse them until I get the upper hand, and they don't even know what to do. You know, like say I'm walking down a dark alley at night, someone pulls a gun on me, they're like, "Don't fucking move." I'll be like, "I can't, I'm in a 2-year lease." And they'll be like, "What? No, I mean, just give me all your money." I'm like, "Yeah, you sound like my landlord, this guy." And they'll be like, "God damn it, never mind." They'll just get confused and leave. And I'll get to keep my $8. So, pretty much a win-win all around. Because I was driving up north recently, I drove past a Mexican restaurant that was called, what, did you just gasp at the mention of, I forgot about tacos! I'm laughing so hard I didn't even remember that quesadillas exist.
Chicos.
It wasn't Chico's. I'll write a joke about Chico's next time I drive past that. But I'm glad you like even the premise of Mexican food. I like that. You're already on board. I drove past a restaurant that wasn't Chico's. It was actually it was a Mexican restaurant way up north. It was called Taco del Gringo. And a couple of you just understand why that's funny at face value. But for those of you that don't habla Espanol, Taco del Gringo literally translates into tacos of the white people. Ooh, delicious. There you go. You know, who is their market? You know, like, what does their ad campaign sound like? Like, hey, do you guys love Mexican food? But you know, you're kind of lukewarm on Mexican people. Or you're not alone. Just come on down to Taco del Gringo. Where you don't have to ask for extra mayonnaise with your quesadilla. That shit comes standard. I mean, like, you really have to have some huevos grande to try to hijack another culture's food so shamelessly. Like, what's next? Like, hey, are you curious about grits? But you don't want to ask the black guy you work with because you don't really know him that well. Come on down to Whitey's Soul Food. Have some ginger fried chicken. And that's not only a pun that didn't get what it deserved. It's pretty good social commentary too. Pretty sure these jokes are going to change the world someday. Probably not tonight though. Speaking of jokes that are going to change the world, you guys heard about this autoerotic asphyxiation, huh?
Yeah.
You were way too enthusiastic about that one. Like, I was waiting for him to mention it. You guys familiar with it, or are we going to pretend like we're not all adults? It's when you choke yourself like jerk off because it makes the orgasm amazing or something. I don't know. Anywho, I almost died doing that once. And after what, did you hear about Mexican food or something? I almost died during that old autoerotic, and afterwards I was like, man, if I'd actually, that would have been embarrassing, right? Like, if I'd actually died, boy would my face have been red. A little suffocation joke for you. This guy really resonated with that guy. My people!
You just spot her.
Huh?
Someone to spot you when you do that.
I don't know what that means. I don't even lift, bro. Just a little internet reference for you. This guy's got my back though. If I did lift, he would probably be there. What? Why am I riffing about that shit? Hey, I gotta leave pretty soon. I'll leave you with this, you guys. People are weird about handshakes. At least to me. Like, sometimes I'll give someone a handshake and they'll be like, let's try that again. Why don't you give me a real handshake? I'm like, you know, we could just go our separate ways too. Like, you know that's an option, right? Like, you seriously want a mulligan on my handshake? Because it's gonna be just as weak, that's how I do them. Fucking flexing on me, bro. One time a guy even said to me, he's like, what? Your dad didn't teach you how to shake a hand? I was like, no, actually. He was too busy teaching me how to hug. Cutest fucking punchline over here. Maybe I'll bust that one out though. Like next time I'm in a situation where I gotta hug a guy, just be like, you call that a hug? Would you hug me like you got a pair, tough guy? Or did your dad not teach you that one? The worst funeral ever. All right. Hey, I'm done. Thanks for paying attention, guys. Enjoy your headliner.